This is a 1909 Packard Model 30 Runabout. 30 horsepower. This vehicle was about $5,000 when new. It says the special short wheelbase for Model 30 Runabout was new for 1909 and was a nimble, powerful performance car. Okay. Here's a cool fact. It says John Adams of the Adams Chewing Company. Adams also produced the first vending machine, which debuted in New York in 1888. It dispensed Adams Tutti Frutti gum. It's a cool story between that car and Tutti Frutti gum. Let's see what else we got here. This is a 1915 Packard Model 548 7-passenger touring. Horsepower was 4880. Price when new was $4,850. It says a 1915 Packard advertisement quotes, "Chief engineer, be careful how you step on this one. It leaps like a projectile." Okay, so I guess it was a really, man, that is a cool car. Look how beautiful it is. It's just so large, so much space. A 1916 Packard Model 125 Twin 6 Limousine. It was the world's finest production 12-cylinder motor car. Its introduction stunned the industry and started a multi-cylinder race. Beautiful vehicle. This is a 1919 Packard Series 335 Twin 6. It says, this Packard carries a rare body built by Fleetwood. It was once owned by famous race car driver and car collector Phil Hill. All right. 1930 Packard. It says, this one-of-a-kind Packard was ordered by an executive of Motor Co. He bought the car's wife, who died suddenly before he had a chance to give it her. He ordered it destroyed. The chauffeur did not obey him and hid the car from 1930 to 1968. Okay, interesting story. The chauffeur said, forget it, I'm gonna hide it. Wow, look at this beauty. 1939 Packard, model 1707. Price when new was $5,000 in 1939. That seems like a steal. It says the 1939 Packard 17 series was the last for the mighty V12. Only 446 Packard 12s were built that year. The sedan is basically an unrestored example with only minor paint and cosmetic touch-ups. That is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful vehicle. All right, let's see what else we got here. This is the 1937 Packard. It says many automobile historians believe that of all the 12-cylinder cars produced, the Packard 12 is the finest performer. This was the first Packard 12 to have independent front-wheel suspension, making for easier handling and a smoother drive. Back in 1937. Beautiful, beautiful color. Let's see what else. This is the 1937 Packard 1507 15 Series Touring Sedan. The price when new was $3,560. Horsepower 175. It says in the 1950s, Mr. Nethercutt purchased the car from Mr. Bensington. Except for new paint and re-chrome bumpers, the handsome touring car is in its original condition. So it's about as original as you're going to get it. This is a 1941 Packard. It says price when new was $3,545. Classic Packard styling was one on its way out in 1941. This 1941 Super 8 is considered a bridge to the classic style of the 1930s. Horsepower 160. See what else we have here. This is a 1957 Packard 56 Series convertible. Price when new is about $6,000. It's considered by auto enthusiasts as the last Packard built. Okay. See what else we have here. In 1930 Marmon Big 8 model 112 sedan, worth $3,000 when new. Back in 1930. Okay. Just reading some information there, but I'm sure you guys want to see the vehicles. And this is a 1932 Series 16 sedan, worth about $6,000 when new. Beautiful, beautiful vehicle. What's kind of cool, if I come down this way, I like this one here. This is a 1928, I'm not sure how you say that, Minvra. Price when new was unknown. It says was a high quality, expensive automobile. All right. Beautiful vehicle. Now this, I think, is kind of cool. This is a 1913 Christie front drive steam pumper fire engine. Is that beautiful or what? That is really, really cool looking. What's really interesting, it says, I'll read some information here. It says Christie's front drive tractor units were produced to replace horses. They were sold to fire departments all over the world by owner J. Walter Christie. Over 600 Christie tractors were built from 1908 through 1913. This unit was purchased new by the Somerville, Massachusetts Fire Department. It was putting out fires for over 40 years. It's kind of interesting that they didn't have covers originally on these vehicles. So kind of an interesting thing. So let's continue to come down here and see what else we got. Sorry for the noise. It's buzzing. This is a 1914 Knox Model 46 Little 6 Touring. It says the Knox Automobile Co. began producing automobiles in 1909. Knox claimed that their Model 45 was built to meet the growing demand for high-quality six-cylinder car. Only 383 were built. The demand was not there, and it became their last year of production. However, Knox did continue to build Firetrucks for several more years. Let's see what else we got. I don't want to get in the people's way here. So let's take a look at some of the other vehicles this way. See what we got. This is a 1918 Marmon Model 34 4-passenger Roadster. It says this was one of the first companies to use aluminum in the building of the cylinder block. Very interesting. Horsepower 74, price when new, $3,750. This is a 1930 Minra Model AL Limousine DeVille. It originally belonged to the French lecturer and his wife, Pierre and Marie Dorian, who vowed to drive the car from Cape Horn, South America to Alaska. After 8 years and 300,000 miles, the car was finally sold, and the quest abandoned in British Columbia, Canada. The Dorians soon after ended their marriage. That's sad. Divorce was even a common thing then. Can never get people to commit these days, sadly. Human nature. Okay, 1936 Pierce Arrow Model 1603 Imperial Saloon Limousine, purchased new in Pasadena by multimillionaire C. Arnold Smith, the original owner of the San Diego Padres baseball team, and a great fan of horse racing. This beautiful automobile spent many chauffeur-driven hours from Pasadena to the Del Mar racetrack and to the Padres games. That's cool. That's a cool story. The original owner of the Padres. 1933 Pierce Arrow Model 1247 convertible sedan. Price when new was $5,250. Was one of the most expensive built in 1933. Cool. Again, so many vehicles here. I could spend probably 30-40 minutes on each car. 1933 Pierce Arrow Passenger Touring. It says this is the only 7-passenger touring produced by Pierce Arrow in 1933. Horsepower was 175. Price when new was $4,250. All right. Let's see what else we got here. This is a 1932 Model 52 sedan. Price when new was $3,850. It says in order to keep up with the automobile market, Pierce Arrow introduced their Model 52, retaining their distinctive and unusual headlamp design. It was very beautiful. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful color. Let's see what else we got here. This is the 1928 Pierce Arrow 7-passenger touring. Price when new was about $6,000. It says Pierce Arrow quality, which was undeniable, came at price. At nearly $6,000, the Pierce Arrow 7-passenger touring was 10 times more expensive than the Ford Model A at $600. Wow, that's a huge difference. Only about 500 Model 36 Pierce Arrow were built in 1928. Wow, it was that much more expensive. Wow, that's crazy. I guess that was the luxury of its day. This is a 1927 Pierce Arrow Model 36 dual cal Phaeton. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Price when new was about $5,300. It was a 6-cylinder engine, dual point ignition, and 2 spark plug per cylinder. Okay, horsepower 100, 1927. This is a 1919 Pierce Arrow Model 51 7-passenger touring. Price when new was $6,500. Horsepower 48. Cool. This is a 1918 Pierce Arrow 66 prototype 7-passenger. Price when new was $6,000. Okay. (1917) Pierce Arrow 66A 7-4 passenger touring. It says the Pierce 66 has the distinction of having the largest automobile engine in U.S. history, a staggering 824.7 cubic inches. Every mechanical feature is constructed out of the finest materials. The body is cast aluminum with only minimal wood used to attach upholstery materials. Wow. That is pretty cool, I must say. 1915 Pierce Arrow Model 48B 5-passenger.